So we're just walking backwards, big loose backward circles forward, forward circles, as much space as you have. We go about 6 times each direction. Fling, fling. Feel those shoulders just getting greased up, moved up, loosened up. All right, now we're going to go backwards. We're going to do a quad stretch. You're going to hold for 1 to 3 seconds with a quad stretch, and you're going to step back. And the other side, 1 to 3 seconds, you're stepping backwards for the quad stretch. All the way back as far as you did for the walking. Now you're going to come forward with a knee hug. So knee hug, up, step down. Knee hug, up, hold as you're walking forward. So whatever space you have, you'll all be on different stuff, depending on how much space you have. When you're coming forward, it's knee hug. When you're going back, it's quad stretch. Keep it moving. Leg you're standing on, make sure that knee stays slightly bent. So you're working on your balance at the same time. You're getting stretched, getting hip opened up, quad stretched out. And get that leg ready, working on some balance. Let's go forward again, that knee hug. Take your time with these, don't rush these. You need to hold it for an extra second to get that extra stretch in the glute. Hold it for an extra second. You can feel whether or not you need to hold it a little more. Getting those legs ready to move. You're going to end up doing tons and tons of reps. Backwards with quad stretch. Yes. All right, now when we're walking forward, all you're going to do is hold and stretch your right arm. As you come backwards, you're going to fling open right on the top, left arm on top, right here. Then walk forward, stretching just your left arm. And fling it as you walk backwards. Fling it, back to the right arm. So you want the upper and lower moving the whole time. We're getting moving, we're getting working. Blood flowing. Just alternate which arm you're holding when you're walking forward. It doesn't have to be a crazy fast walk. It's just to keep the lower body moving. Get the blood flow from head to freaking toe. Stretch it, walking it. Boom. Fling it. Fling that chest open, right arm on top. Left arm on top. Then hold the other side as you're walking forward. Fling it. Boom. Boom. Yes, let's get it one more time each side. We need to get them ready to work. Upper body's going to get tons of work. Core is going to get tons of work. Lower is going to get tons of work. Cardio is going to get tons of work with just using your body. All right, you can get stationary, get your feet wide over shoulder width. You're going to tap the floor at the bottom with both hands. Come up, breathe out, fling the chest open. And tap the floor and come overhead with your hands overlapped next time. So one time, opposite sides. Next time, straight overhead. But look, my hands are overlapped on top of each other. So open up that upper back. Don't just go here. You're not going to get as much as you're looking for. So breathe it out as you come up. Hand over hand. Open up that upper back. Breathe. Exhale when you come up. There it is. Boom. Alternate out to the side. And then overhead. Right there in place, you're going to rotate between quad, the same ones we did, quad, knee, knee, shoulder, shoulder. Hold for as long as you need for each one. It can be 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So hold for a couple seconds on quad, right quad. Over the left quad. Over the right knee hug. All the stretches we already did. We're just getting them back to back now. Just getting the body used to moving side to side, getting your coordination down. Getting used to shifting your balance side to side, you're on one leg, and then right back to the quad. Just rotating through all 6 stretches. You're gonna get a full, effective warm-up, pre-warm-up to the warm-up. So the first couple rounds are gonna be pretty much a secondary warm-up as we build up those rounds. All right, let's go back to that wide stance. This time, you're gonna go down to your right, both hands go down to your right leg. So tap your right leg, fling the chest open. Then left leg with both hands. So you're having to turn to the side, chest open. Back to the right leg, except this time you're coming up. Then left leg, up. Let's do it. So it's right, arms out, left, arms out, right, arms up, left, arms up. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. So both hands go to your right, fling that chest open. Both hands go to your left, fling it open. Both go to the right, bring it up, open up that upper back. Make sure you get those 2 ups in. And then left and up. One more rotation through. One more rotation to the right. Breathe it. Make sure you're exhaling. When you open it up, breathe it out. Right and up. Left and up. Yes, just shake it out. Shake it out. So we're going to have a group A and we're going to have a group B. Group A is going to be called our upper body group. Group B is going to be our lower body group. So we're going to start with one simple exercise on group A. We're just going to hit it, take a break, then one simple exercise on group B. We're going to go back to group A, do that same exercise, but we're going to add in a stage 2 to it, so a second piece to it. Then B, 1, 2. Then B, 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to keep adding on another exercise every single round. So it's real simple as we get going. So we're going to start group A. We're calling it upper body because you're going to be down in that push-up position for a good amount of the round. We're going to start with a walking squat thrust just to get you rolling. That's it. We're just going to hit a set of anywhere from 5 to 8 of them, depending on how fast you're going. I'll tell you when to switch, but all of them switch at the same time. So a walking squat thrust. So squat down, step back one leg, step back the other leg, step in, and stand up. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to get anywhere from 5 to 8. I'm going to be watching a different one of you each time to see, and that's going to be my count for that round. So keep moving, keep moving. So walking squat thrust. We started. Begin. Squat down, step back, step in, and squat up. Make sure you're squatting up and down. Don't lean over at the waist. Squat straight down to get down there. And then breathe out and come up. Squat down, step back right. Make sure you're also alternating which leg goes back first. One time, let the right leg go back first. Step in, stand up. Next time, let the left leg go back first. And squat it up. One more. And time. That was group A, round 1. Simple stuff. Can't get easier than that. But again, I said the first couple rounds, you can do really your secondary warm-up. Let's go over to round group B, which is going to be just the lower. It's going to get the legs in this long chain of events, starting with just a basic squat. So we're just going to go 5 to 8 squats. The joke, simple. Just make sure your head is up. We want perfect technique. Look to the side. Head is up, chest is lifted. I'm not leaning forward. My knees over my ankle. Let's do it. Let's get about 5 to 8 squats. In through the nose down, out the mouth up. Brace those abs, sit back on the hips and heels. Exhale, keep that core tight the whole time. Supporting your back. Breathe out the way up, even though it's easy, getting that breathing rhythm so that later on, you won't have to think about it, it'll just come natural. And time. So these short rounds, we don't need any break. Once we get to the longer rounds, we'll get a break. So now we're going back to group A, which is that walking squat thrust. We're going to add in a crawl out. So you're going to go squat down, step back, step in, stand up, and crawl out to a push-up position, crawl back in, and up. Let's do it 5 to 8 times, depending on the speed you're working on. I will be watching a different one of you every single round, and you will be the timer. So make sure you're not moving. You're squatting the squat thrust, walking squat thrust. Stand up, crawl out. Let's go. Let's do it. Begin. You're standing up each time for now. Later on, we're going to stay down there and not come up and down. But right now, you're staying down. You're coming up and down each time. So squat down, step back, step back. We're not even doing a jumping squat thrust yet. So let's get those hips, legs moving. And then crawl the hands forward. So the first half on the walking squat thrust, your hands stay in place, your feet move. The crawl out, your feet stay in place, and your hands move. You're working your body in every single direction. We're going to work every single freaking muscle today, including your brain, as you have to keep remembering the chain and keep adding on to this round. Let's get a couple more. Just getting rolling. And time. All right, so right over to group B for round 2. It was simple. All we did was a squat last round. This one was adding in a single knee raise. That's it. Brace those abs. A little split-second pause up there for that knee raise. Step down, and then the other side. So just one single knee raise, all you're adding. So squat, knee raise right, that's 1. Squat, knee raise left, that's 2. Let's go. About 6 to 8 of them. Let's do it. Breathe out, brace those abs, bring that knee up there. Get that split-second pause when you come up. Squat down, split-second pause, dig in your core there. Balancing on that one leg. So we're going to be chaining a whole bunch of pieces together. You need that single leg balance to get strong. Drive it. Let the abs bring that knee up for that knee raise. Strong. Into the nose down. Breathe out. Other side. Boom. And time. These are easy rounds. So just get warmed up. Time. We're going back over. Adding on a push-up. So you have the walking squat thrust, the crawl out, 2 push-ups, we're adding in. You got that in your head, you started already. So it's gonna be squat down, step back, step back, step in, step in, stand up, crawl out, 2 push-ups, crawl back in, and that all is 1 rep. And we're just gonna keep building on this chain. Let's do it. So walking squat thrust, crawl out, to 2 push-up, let's roll, let's do it. Keep working. Those of you hiding on camera, I can get a sense when you're not working, so you better keep moving. Ava's got 3 cameras on. Let's have 3 different Avas. Keep rolling. Walking squat thrust. Crawl out. 2 push-ups. Start building this thing up. We're building this up to 10 rounds on A. 10 rounds on B. It's going to be a 10-piece complex that you're gonna have, mind's gonna have to remember. It's like chain together. Each piece is setting up the next piece. Each movement setting up the next movement. Finishing it off. And time. All right, we're going over to B, the lower. We're adding on 1 single reverse lunge with the same leg that you did the knee raise with. So I'll show you one real quick. Squat, knee raise right. If you can, without you stepping down, you're going to step back into your lunge and up back to the squat position. And squat, knee raise left, step back and lunge. Listen, if you need to, after you do the knee raise, you step down, regroup, and then step back if you have to. That's just a modification. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, boom, let's do it. Squat, knee raise right, right as your reverse lunge, step back out to that squat position. Squat, knee raise left, reverse lunge, throw that left leg back, right back to that squat position. It all should just flow together. Take your time. It's a slow movement. There's such short movements on this B side, so take your time. Don't rush that reverse lunge. Don't rush that knee raise. Squeeze up there for a second before you step back. Hold it there. We want that leg working when you're bouncing. We want your core working by keeping that knee up. You're literally going to work every inch of your freaking body. Breathe out as you're coming up on that reverse lunge. Drive that knee up as you're coming up though from the squat. That you chain together. When you squat as you're coming up, it should be boom, right to that knee raise. So don't stand up and then lift the knee raise. Joanna, get the knee raise going right away when you come up. Drop right to it. So as you're coming up, boom, right to it. Don't stand up and then do the knee raise. Let it chain together. Still slow and controlled, just let it chain. There you go, and then step back into it. Dig consciously in your head. Squeeze your core. You need that mind to muscle connection for every single one of these movements. You can modify that reverse lunge, just go down partially, or just take a step back and dip the knee. But they're all looking good here so far. These leg sets are a little easier here in the beginning. We need a few extra reps, just get those legs fired, glutes fired up, quads, hamstrings. Make sure you're sitting back on the heel and the hip with that front leg when you're doing that reverse lunge. And time. That's already round 3. We are cruising. We are cruising. We're going over to group A. Listen, the only breaks you're going to have this entire 2 hours that we're together this morning is on this time I'm explaining what the next step is for the next exercise. So the second we call time, you start stretching and shaking and just paying attention to what the next round is. Because as I'm showing you what the next thing is, that's your only break this entire time. So use that time to sit. The second we call time, you start the recovery, get ready for the next round. All right, so this one we're adding in a knee tuck, simple. So you got that walking squat thrust. You come in, up, out, you roll out, 2 push-ups, and you're gonna go 2 knee tucks. Squeeze, squeeze, knee tuck right, knee tuck left, crawl back in, and stand up. Thumbs up if we got it. Yes, yes, we are rolling. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, boom, let's roll. Walking squat thrust, we're still on walking squat thrust. Step in, stand up. Drop back down for the crawl out. Crawl back, 2 push-ups, 2 push-ups, 2 knee tucks, And then crawl back and squat up. Make sure you're squatting up and come up. Make sure you're getting 2 push-ups and 2 knee tucks. Also, make sure you're alternating which side of your knee tuck goes first. So one time go right knee, left knee. Next rep, go left knee and right knee. You want to be getting perfect symmetry, alternating every single rep. Same thing when you're walking squat thrusts. Make sure one rep you're stepping back with the right leg first. Next rep, step back with the left leg first. Let's go. We're going anywhere from 6 to 8 reps each here. 1 rep is that whole chain. Walking squat thrust. Crawl out. 2 push. 2 knee tucks. We are cruising. Get those 2 full push-ups if you can. Go partial push-up if you have to. Start losing it. We're looking good so far, but if you're doing the recording afterwards, modify if you need to. Modify before you stop. Yes, looking good, looking good. Keep it rolling. I'm always watching one of you to make sure we get at least 6 or 8. I pick a number, I pick a square, and we keep rolling. Yes, and time. That's already group A upper, round 4 complete. All right, we're gonna go to the lower. We're adding in a front kick with the same leg you did the knee raise to the reverse lunge with. You're gonna come right out of reverse lunge into a front kick. I'll show you one real quick, so a little quicker just so you see it. So squat, knee raise, lunge, bam. Step out to squat, squat, knee raise left, reverse lunge, bam. Just let it flow. Just adding in a front kick. That's it. So let's all start. Let's get rolling. Pick a side. 3, 2, 1, and go. Squat, knee raise right. Not step, knee raise, then step back, left. No, you gotta step back to that lunge first. Knee raise, then lunge, then kick out of the lunge. Boom, there it is. Don't go breaking, don't go kicking a lamp or some shit. There's gonna be a foothold in the walls. These crazy ass kicks. Breathe, breathe, go at your own pace. Listen, go at your own pace. Control these movements. Get the connection from your mind into those muscles, into your glutes, into your quads, into your core. Think about your abs. Your abs are working every set. Every exercise is an ab exercise. They should be tight and firm and supportive and strong, your core, every second of every freaking set. Breathe out. Step back to that lunge. Exhale and bam, drop that kick forward. Yes, yes, yes. Control the squats. Perfect form from that squat. Perfect form on that knee raise. You're upright and step back into that lunge with your upper body up and down and boom. Kick it. We're cruising, we're cruising. And time. Don't forget, the second I call time, you need to start shaking and stretching, because as I explain the next round, that is your only chance to recover. The longer the round, the longer it's going to take you to explain it, so that means the longer the break you're going to have. All right, this round, we're adding in a shoulder tap. I'm always going to show you 1 full rep while you're on that break. So you have that break. So you have your walking squat thrust. You have your crawl out, your 2 pushes, your 2 knee tucks, and you're just adding in 2 shoulder taps, crawl back in, and stand up. It is stage 5 of group A. Just so you know, stage 5 does not mean you're halfway there at 10 groups, because they're progressively longer. So you're not at 50% until you're at round 8, just so you know. So don't think you're halfway there until you're at group 5. This is still barely just getting started, because it's heavy end loaded on the back end. So that's what all the work is. It takes much longer. All right, let's do it. Going in 3, 2, 1, boom, walking squat thrust, crawl out, 2 push-up, 2 knee tuck, 2 shoulder tap, putting it all together. And still get coordinated. Do knee tucks. Do a right leg knee tuck, then a left leg knee tuck, right shoulder tap, left shoulder tap. Next rep, let your left leg go back first in the squat thrust. Do left leg knee tuck first, and do left shoulder tap first. So get coordinated. Pick a side, stick with it. Next rep, do the other side. And go at your own pace. Don't think you have to rush through this. Take your time. Control down. Breathe it out. Time those crawl outs. There you go, Megan. Nice pace. There you go. Find your pace that works for you. Although we're going with the honor system and it's all about integrity, I'm sure when you're hitting off the screen, those of you that I can't see at the bottom, you're getting some deep, good quality push-ups and shoulder taps. You're not just laying on the floor off the camera. We're going, we're cruising, nice pace. Do what you have to do. Breathe, breathe. And listen, if you need to stop in between reps for a second and shake it and stretch it, you're going at your own pace. You do what you got to do. We're all different levels. If you need to modify it, you modify it. Stop for a second and shake it out. No big deal. I've done it. I do it all the time. Do what you have to do to get through the set. You gotta stop for a second to sip something. Sip, get back to grinding now. Do what you have to do. Just controlled movement. Don't move any faster than perfect. You need perfect technique this entire time. And time. Nice round. We are chipping away. We're going to lower, round 5. So we have our squat. Knee raise. Let me show you from the side just for one. You have a squat, knee raise, that same leg steps back, upper body up and down, kick. Feet are going to come together for a 1 power squat. So all you're doing is a power squat, which is both feet polarizing together and drop into the squat. Pop, pop, and drop. So it's squat, knee raise, lunge, front kick, power squat, group B, round 5, going in 3, 2, 1, and boom, let's roll. This is it. Take your time. This is the lower set is, for now, much easier than the upper. So this is giving your arms a break from being down there. Then just finish with that pop, pop, drop. On the lunge, don't forget, you're step back in that lunge. You your upper body up, straight up down. Both knees are 90 degrees. Your knees coming close to the floor. And you know if you have screwed up knees, if you modify any of these movements, don't go as low, don't go as deep. Just get a partial bend, modify it, do what you got to do. Don't jam up your knees. You know how your knees are. You know how to work around it. Chain all of these together. Start that controlled squat to get that knee up there, grind in the abs. Back for the lunge. Boom for a kick. Right to that pop, pop, and drop out wide. Pogo hop, double leg pogo hop for 2. Drop into a wide squat. Make sure you're landing smooth, sitting back on your hips and heels, deep on that power squat. So it's not going towards your weights, not going forward towards your toes and your knees. Keeping it driving, keeping it moving. Couple more. Boom, you're working. Now we're getting into it. You're not starting to get out of breath. Body temperature's not up there. You're not starting to sweat, doing something wrong, because now we're starting to get longer sets. They're going to keep getting longer and longer and longer as we progressively add on to these complexes. 3, 2, 1, and time. We are good. Shake it. Told you every time the second I call time, that is your chance to catch your breath, because you know the next set coming up is going to be even longer than the one before that. So this one, all we're doing is adding in 4 mountain climbers. Here's what we're going to do though. You're not, at this point now, you're not going to come up after the squat thrust. So check it out. You're going to squat down, step back, step in. You're going to crawl forward right into your crawl out, and then finish the whole chain with your push-up, your knee tucks, your shoulder taps, and then 4 jumping mountain climbers. After your 4 mountain climbers, get your feet secure, back and wide, and then crawl back and come back up. So the difference is you are not coming up after the walking squat thrust. You're walking your feet back, walking forward, and then just go right tack cross. You're staying low the whole time on that upper body. We're into the game now. We're past round 5. We're on round 6. No more coming up in between the rest of the way, all the rest of these rounds. Thumbs up on that. We get that? Make sense? Yes? Perfect. Let's roll. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Walking squat thrust. So legs step back, step forward, both feet. Once both feet are forward, then crawl the hands forward. Right? So crawl back, don't stand up. After you crawl the feet forward, you go right tack crawl out. 2 push-ups, 2 knee tucks, 2 shoulder taps, 4 mountain climbers. After the 4 mountain climbers, get your feet both back and together. Back, both feet back, and then core your hands back and finish crawl. There it is. So here on this walking squat thrust, squat down, step back, step forward with both feet. Now crawl forward right from there. Don't come up. Yes, there it is. You got it. And if you need to, I saw that, Megan. It came up in between. And if I didn't see it, you swinging your hands in the air, punching the air, and gave it away and told on yourself. But that's fine. And even if you did, like, if you need your arm to break after the squat thrust, if you had to, you just stand up. That's the easy way to modify it. That stand up is just a break for your upper. And then those 4 mountain climbers finish it off. Don't forget, after those mountain climbers, get your feet back and apart, and then finish off the second part of the crawl out. Bringing your hands back. We are rolling, we are rolling. This is round 6 of Group A upper. Keep cruising, keep cruising. Drive it, breathe it out. Control those movements. Make sure you're not coming up after that squat thrust like you've been doing. Just squatting to get down there for that walking squat thrust. Forward, right into the crawl out, into those 2 push-ups. Finish off, a couple more, one more. And time. Yes, nice round. We're getting there. We are getting there. We're chipping away. Round 6 of B, the lower round. You finished last round with that power squat. So if you hit that power squat out wide, you're going to come right back together for a power lunge. Pop, pop, and drop. So you should to the side. So you hit pop, pop, drop for squat, pop, pop, drop for lunge. Listen, if you can't do that jump and landing, that's fine. So pop, pop, and then just do a stagger step, a little skip step or reverse lunge if you have to. You can jump into it. It's still smooth. Keep it smooth. It's just light and smooth into that. Then come up and finish and start the next rep off. So we're adding squat to knee raise, from lunge to front kick, power squat to power lunge, Group B, lower body, 6th round, going in 3, 2, 1, rolling. Let's do it. You're going squat, knee raise, lunge, front kick, power squat, pop, pop, and drop, power lunge, pop, pop, and drop. Don't bang on your knees. This is where the rounds start getting a little harder on the legs because you're adding those extra plyo movements in, those extra bounces, those extra jumps. So take your time. Don't rush these. You can't jump, don't jump. You can do the pogo and then just step back for another reverse lunge if you have to. Or if you start losing it, your knees start feeling it, start getting tired. Always just modify it first. Piece by piece, chain this together. Just feel the body flowing. One move to the next move. Big game of kick-ass chest. Flowing, flowing, flowing. Yes. Smooth on that pop, pop, and drop. No impact as you're coming down. You're doing those squats and those lunges and those power squats. Make sure your upper body is always straight up and down. You're sitting back on your glutes, on your hips, and your heels. Breathe it out. Cruising. Round 6, Group B. Yes, yes, yes. One more. One more means one full rep. I'm always looking at one of you. I'm always using one of you as my timer. Time. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Stretch it out. All right, we're back to Group A, round 7. We're adding in a low plank jack. So after you finish those 4 mountain climbers, you're here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your feet are together. You got to come down for forearms and just hit 2 low plank jacks. Come back up and then finish off your crawl out. So you have to come up first, get your feet apart, and crawl your hands back. Squat up. Good? Questions?
Steve, I gotta leave you. I got a tennis match in 15 minutes.
Well, you better be warmed up and go kick some ass in tennis.
But I'm all warmed up for my tennis match, so thank you.
All right.
See you guys tomorrow.
All right, see you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, let's do it. Adding on that low plank jack, just 2 low plank jacks. Go in 3, 2, 1, and let's do it. Walking squat thrust. Stay down for the crawl out. Lower into that crawl out. 2 push-ups, 2 knee tucks, 2 shoulder taps, 4 mountain climbers. Get down into your forearms. Low plank jack for 2. You jump apart together twice. Now stay down there for 2 jacks. You gotta do 2 jacks when you're down that low plank. Yes, yes, yes. Breathe, breathe. Take your time. Work through it piece by piece. At this point, it's going to start getting difficult. So come up, take a breather when you need to. Down at the elbows, 2 jacks down low. Then get your feet back apart. So you crawl back with your feet apart. Go at it. There you go. You don't want to crawl back with your feet close together. You're going to bend your knees too much. So after that low plank jack, separate your feet. So you can end the low plank jack with your feet apart. So you already flow right to that crawl back to finish off the crawl out and stand back up. And make sure squatting up and down in the beginning and the end. Get those abs tight in those push-ups. Don't worm it, don't worm it. Don't get the lower back. You don't want to strain the lower back. Keep that core tight. You're starting to lose it on the push-up, just go halfway down if you have to, rather than doing the 4-leg thing. Take it out in between, do what you gotta do, modify it, take a breather if you have to. It's getting real from here. Every round from here is gonna be a mental and physical challenge. So work through it, keep a pace. You do not have to go fast on this to get a cardio effect. You could just go a slow, steady pace, and your heart rate will still be through the roof. You will be dripping sweat, working every single part of your freaking body. Finish it off strong. Almost there. It's round 7 already on group A. We are there. Plank jack, keep those hips down, feet apart, roll back, and time. Nice round. Now the real rounds are starting. 7, 8, 9, and 10 is when the real work begins. This is it now. This is where you got to start focusing. Give you a little couple extra seconds before we do each round because you need to recover at this point. Shit's going to get harder and harder each round. As hard as that round was, next one's going to be even harder because it's longer. We keep adding a chain onto it. So you should be stretching those shoulders, stretching those quads, stretching the glutes, the hamstrings, the calves, everything you can, the chest. Stay loose. Hydrate if you need to in between. Sip something. Keeping it moving. What we're adding onto lower now for round 7 is an actual squat jump. 2 squat jumps. So you hit a power squat, a power lunge, and we're going to 2 squat jumps. So you had a power squat, you had power lunge, and right into 2 squat jumps. You start losing on the jumps, just do the movement without the jump, without the plyo, if you have to. Do what you have to do. All right, let's do this. Group B, lower. Coming up, round 7 already on group B. Adding in 2 squat jumps. Going in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Squat to knee raise. Squat, knee raise. Reverse lunge. Front kick. Power squat. Power lunge. 2 squat jumps. So let's roll. Always walking through the first couple, and then you go at your own pace. As you get later in the game, get a little more careful with those power and those plows and those jumps. You're not banging on your knees, you're not bashing your knees. Keep moving. Squat, knee raise, lunge, front kick, power squat, power lunge, squat jump. Lower body complex, chaining it all together in one move. Yes, yes, yes. And remember a workout like this. Let's say take this round 7. You can just start at round 7, do that for 3 minutes straight, take a minute break, do this chain right here you're on for 3 minutes, take a minute break. You do that 3 or 4 times. That's a full workout right there in itself. Just you can always take this workout and take any stage of it and make that its own workout. There's 10 workouts in one here, basically. So when you're short on time one day, you don't have much equipment, you don't have much space. You're at the beach, you could just throw a piece of this workout together and make it a quick 15, 20-minute killer freaking workout with both of these A and Bs. Work through, you're getting there. Finishing off, and time. Round 7 is done. Round 8, we were doing the low plank jack, so once you finish, you're down there for low plank jack. For 2, you're just coming up for 2 high plank jacks, and with your feet apart, so you can crawl back and come up. Shake it out, recover in between here. The rounds are getting longer and longer, harder and harder. So we just add in 2 high plank jacks. So from the top, it will be squat thrust, crawl out, push up, knee tuck, shoulder tap, mountain climber, low plank jack, high plank jack. Told you you got to use your brain here too. We're using every single breathing muscle. And here's the thing with the squat thrust. If you're feeling good, you're going to do an actual squat thrust now. The walking squat thrust now from rounds 8, 9, and 10 are going to jumping squat thrust. So you're jumping back, jump forward, go right into your crawl out. So the squat thrust are jumps if you can. But the reason why we do those other versions of it, it's work. Walking squat thrust is definitely work. But now you also know what modifications to do. So you could maybe start the first half of the step with the jumping squat thrust. If you start losing it and getting tired, you just revert back to the walking squat thrust. Or you can stick with the walking squat thrust if you need to. You challenge yourself. You could do 1 rep of jumping, 1 round of walking, or try to go the whole round jumping. Do what you gotta do what you can, but you know the modification now because you did it for all those other rounds. That's how you modify that squat thrust. If you start losing the jumping. But let's try the jumping, see how it goes, and then go back to modifications if we need to. We're adding in 2 high plank jacks. We are going in 3, round 8, in 2, in 1, bam, let's roll. Jumping squat thrust, jump your feet forward. Push-ups, to knee tuck, crunching those abs, knee tuck, to shoulder tap, 4 climbers, to low plank jack, jack and jack, and then 2 high plank jack, and finish that crawl out. There it is. Look at that, boom, bend those knees and squat up. That is 1 rep, that entire chain. 8-piece chain is only 1 rep. We need 6 to 8 of them. Do what you gotta do, work through this. This should not be easy. The real work here is 8, 9, and 10. You are cruising. Work through it, piece by piece. Take the time of those shoulder taps. Don't think it's a race. Don't rush it, because you're gonna end up just losing your technique. Yes. Low plank jack to high plank jack to finish off. And make sure you're squatting up to come up. There we go, good pace, Clara. Joseph and Ava, keep moving. I don't see you, but I need some energy. I need some flow. Attack these. Harder it gets. The more tired you get, the more focus you need to have on your technique and your control and your form. The more tired you get, the stronger you need to get. The more tired you get, the faster you need to get. That's how you need to think about it. Focus on the technique. Complete focus. Shake it out in between. You need a breather, take a breather. Then jump back into the game. Jumping on the squat thrust if you have to. If you start losing it, just go back to the walking squat thrust. This should be difficult at this point. You're struggling, you shouldn't think, oh, I suck because I'm struggling. If you're not struggling, you should think, oh, I do suck because I'm not struggling. Because you should be, no matter what level you're at right now, you're struggling at this point. Make sure those hips are down for those plank jacks. Your body's straight and strong and solid. Locked in place. This is off. We're almost there. Round 8. Group A. Once I see my target stand up, which is Clara, boom, time. We are good, good, good. Shake it, shake it. It's only getting longer and harder from here. So shake it out. Stretch it, stretch those legs. We're going to group B for round 8. We're adding in 2 lunge jumps. So you hit the power squat. You hit the power lunge right into 2 squat jumps, right into 2 lunge jumps, 1 each leg. That's it. Adding in lunge jump. Last 2 for legs, 9 and 10, are not the pieces we're adding on are not too hard. So this is the hardest part right here. Once we add these lunge jumps.
Steve, could you do the last thing again?
Yes. Oh, you go from the side. So you hit the power squat, power lunge, 2 squat jumps, 2 lunge jumps. Just alternating. 1 right leg forward, just jump and switch. Alternating lunge jumps. If you have to, you just go alternating reverse lunges. The jump, you start losing on the jumps. It's getting late in the game. You don't want to be pounding on your knees too much, so be smart about it. All the time, I'll do a session like this, and by this round, I'll stop doing some of those jumps, or I'll only do a jump for 1 rep, and then I'll do a regular for the next rep. So I do it all the time myself, just to be smart. If I'm feeling my knees or getting whatever, wearing down. So do what you have to do. Nothing wrong with it. All right, this is round 8, lower on B, adding lunge up. Let's do it from the top. I'm gonna walk you through the first one. Let's do it. Squat, knee raise, reverse lunge, kick, power squat, power lunge, squat jump, lunge jump. There it is. Careful on those jumps. Land smooth, land light on your hips and your heels, not your toes and your knees. We are rolling. We are rolling. We are deep into this game here. We are deep in the game. This is how you kickstart a freaking Sunday. Other people are sleeping in their little warm covers. You are out here kicking ass. Not even just exercising. You're not even working out. You are training. You are training right now. You're training your body for any situation. You are training your body for life. Because this right now is not even physical anymore. This is mental and emotional workout at this point. You get through these rounds. Just staying focused, thinking about the technique, thinking about controlling, thinking about why you need this. That's what this is all about at this point. This is going to get you through it. Finish strong, finish strong. We are getting there. Kick it and boom, and time. Nice. All right, we are adding in now on the upper. So you had your 2 low plank jacks. You came up for 2 high plank jacks. You need to go back down low for alternating Superman 2 times. So right arm with left leg, left arm with right leg, back up to the top, and then crawl back in and squat up. So it's 2 low plank jack, 2 high plank jack. You gotta go back down low for alternating Superman, come back up high, so then you can crawl backwards. A lot of up and down. This is where our brain, our focus starts coming in. As we start adding these pieces together, it starts making sense, and we stop having to think about it and just let the body just take over. The correct technique and work. So be moving and shaking. This round's gonna be pretty hard. Round 9 of A. You're gonna be on those arms for a while. You're gonna be going up and down. You're gonna be going left and right and shifting, having to keep that core tight to make you not dip to either side as you're shifting up and down, and then the shoulder taps and the knee taps on one leg at one point, one arm at another point. Let's do it. Begin. Jumping squat thrust to start. Walking squat thrust if you need to. So squat thrust to crawl out, to push up, to knee tuck, to shoulder tap, mount climber, low plank jack, high plank jack, low Superman. Let's roll. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're working. There we go. Go right into that crawl out after that jumping squat thrust. 2 push-ups. Nice. Knee tuck. Shoulder tap. Mountain climb. Low plank jack. High plank jack. Low Superman. Back down low, then opposite arm, opposite leg, then the other side. Back up high, come back up to the hands, and then crawl back. No, you're good, you're good. That's next. Actually, that's round 10. Joanna wants it, jumps right to round 10. I see it. Try to get the high plank Superman. You knew what was coming up. It just makes sense in your close. That's next round. As you come up, you do what you got to do. You stop for a second. You need to stretch your leg. You need to take a sip. Do what you got to do. And then get back into the game. This is hard stuff at this point. Just abs strong, back straight, hips down while you're holding that push-up position. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hips down. Don't let those hips go up when you're doing that low plank or high plank jack. Working through it. Abs are strong. Think of core. Core is holding you together. The core is connecting the upper and lower body. It's keeping you coordinated, keeping you connected. That's what's holding you together. Is doing all this shifting and up and down and left and right and opposite side. Strong core. This is already round freaking 10 or 9 on A. We are there.
See, we have to go, but it was amazing.
All right, see if you can finish off rounds 9 and 10 later on.
I can't breathe. I'm sweating wet. It was
So wait, it's
amazing.
supposed to be. Nice work.
See you
Thanks
tomorrow.
for coming on. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
And time on that. Yes, yes, yes. Shake it. Recover. At this point, you should be freaking shot at this point and need this time to recover. That's where you should be at this point. Not then push the pace and get to that point every time. You should be struggling to finish these sets. So we're going to B, the lower round. Group B, round 9, all we're doing is adding split jacks. 4 split jacks. It's just front to back jacks, just legs only. It's an easy addition because you already got plenty of jumping. So it's literally just front to back jack. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So you hit that power squat, power lunge, squat jump, lunge jump, and then just split jack for 4. So 4 total. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't need to do anything with the arms. They're going just with legs here. You're doing those arms complete break. We are almost there. This is 9. We're only going up to 10. So really, we only got 3 sets to go, and we are done. That's it. They're the longest sets of the day. You take the most amount of time, most amount of energy. So we're giving you a little extra break here so we can get a quality set. Shake it, stretch it. We're going to get going on this because you're going to want another break before we go to round 10 on the upper. So let's do this lower so we can get another longer break after. So let's do it. Lower, round 9, adding 4 split jacks. Let's go in 3, in 2, in 1. Boom, let's do it. So start with squat, knee raise, reverse lunge, front kick, power squat, power lunge, squat, jump, lunge, jump, and 4 split jacks. Cruising. Yes, yes, yes. Working through it. That whole full chain. Nice, nice. Let it chain together. Just let each piece flow to the next piece. That's what it's all about. Getting that rhythm, getting that flow. Connecting in your head, the muscles you're working. You get those lunges, think about sitting on the heel and the glute and the hip of the front leg. You're doing those squats. You're sitting back on the glute so much, on the heel so much, you should be able to wiggle your toes in the air. Don't push forward onto your toes and your knees. Not where you want to be. Nice work, Megan. Nice work. Getting through it. This is round 9 on Group B. Only 1 more to go on each group after this. That's it. We are there. Banging it out, banging it out. Finishing off. And time. Nice. This is it. All you're adding on. Who knows for adding on round 10 for upper? Who knows? Call it out. Joanna, you know it because you already did it on accident.
Hi, Superman.
Hi, Superman. So you're on 2 low plank jack, 2 high plank jack, 2 low Superman, and then you finish those 2 low Superman, you're on pop, coming up high, same. Take your time, rushing this in and around. I mean, your feet, make sure your feet are apart, fall back in, and come up. This is the top of the mountain, the last round of Group A. This is the main round of the day right here. This is what it's all about. This full chain. This round right here, literally is an entire workout itself. You need a quick little workout one day. This round right here, Group 10. Getting everything in there. All right. Let's get set up. Finish that hydration. Jumping on the squat thrust, flow to the crawl out. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Begin. So you're doing a jumping squat thrust. I'm going to walk through the first one. Wind your way to the crawl out. 2 push-ups. 2 knee tucks. Take your time. 2 shoulder taps. 4 climbers. 2 low plank jack. 2 high plank jack. 2 low Superman. 2 high Superman. Crawl it back. Squat up. That is the round, the set. We are cruising along. There it is. Working through, working through. Doing good. Keep that back straight. Don't let those hips pop up. You're doing those Supermans. You're going to want to lift up a little bit. Your hips. Try to keep them down. Try to keep your back as flat as possible. Drive it, drive it, drive it. So last time on A. You need a second to shake those arms out. Stop for a second. Get back into it. Got to modify the movements. Modify it. Can't get up and down anymore. Just touch the knee to help yourself get up and down on the low planks to the high planks. Work through it. We are here. This is the end of the round, end of the workout. Final round, round 10 of A and B. And some dude just got knocked out unconscious on Claire's screen behind him. Keep moving, keep working. Crawl it back, squat it up. Make sure you're squatting up and down for that crawl out, that squat thrust. Don't lean over, don't slump over at the waist. We're moving. This is it. Last top of the mountain, last round. We're gonna go a little longer to make sure we get those reps in. The full chain. And then we just got group B for the round 10, and that is it. You're done. This is it right here. Working. Finish it off. Yes. Nice. Finish it off. I'm watching one of you to finish it. Time! And round 10, Group A, extra off is done. Nice work. All we have is B. Round 10, finishing it off easy because you already got so much of those power squats and power lunges, squat jumps, and jump lunges. We don't need to go too much more than that. So that's why we just added those 4 split jacks. From there is just 2 regular jacks, just legs only. Regular jacks, so just finishing up top of that mountain. That's it. That's all you're adding. Because after all those jumps, you don't need to add any more jumps in a row. That would just be overkill. So it's just 4 split jacks and 2 regular jacks for round 10. So squat to knee raise to lunge, front kick, power squat, power lunge, squat jump, lunge jump, split jack, jumping jack. Bam, done. This is it, last round of the day. Take that last shake, last sit, and we're just gonna work through this. You're out of breath, you're tired, it's hard, you don't have much juice left. You're gonna bang this out and call it a day. Let's get set up. Breathe, big deep breaths in your nose, out your mouth. Let's go in 3, in 2, in 1, final round of the day. Boom, let's do it. Squat, to knee raise, to reverse lunge, to kick, to power squat, power lunge, squat jump, lunge jump, split jack for 4, jumping jack for 4, all just legs, or 2, sorry, jumping jack just for 2, just the legs, regular. And that's the rep, that's it, there's 1. Chipping away. Just need a few more and you are done. A few more and you are done. That was 1 full rep. It's a long ass rep, I'll tell you that. Working through it. You got this. Keep those abs tight. Keep controlling your body. Don't slam down. No impact. Up and down. Working through it. Working through it. Breathe. Control those movements. Make sure you're not stomping down. It's freaking late in the game. Don't stomp down in those flyers and those jumps. You have to skip the jumps and just go regular. Do what you have to do. Don't kill your knees. It's late in the game. You're bashing on your joints. Feeling good. Keep rolling with it. Almost there. Almost there. Bam. Finish this off. We are done. Out there. Finish it with work. Couple seconds left. Megan, where you at? I want to finish with some work. Here we are. Let's finish this off. This is it. Give me 1 more rep and we're done. There you go. Nice. Just got to pop, and drop. Hop, hop, and drop and lunge. 2 squat jump. 2 lunge jump. 4 split jack. 2 jumping jack. Boom! Time! Nice work. We are done. Right away, lay on your backs on the floor. Lay completely flat. On your back, on the floor. Legs totally straight. Arms straight overhead. Long stretch. Big deep breaths. Recovery process starts right now. You should also have your recovery meal prepared. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. That is bullshit. Your most important meal of the day is your post-workout meal. So whatever your workout is, a meal after that workout is the most important meal of the day because you need to start the recovery process. Otherwise, you're going to break down precious muscle. All right, bend both knees right here. Now hug the right knee into the chest and straighten the left leg out. Flat on your back. Hug the right knee to your chest. Left leg is straight and loose, and we're just holding for 30 seconds. Big, deep, strong breaths. Just hug that knee to the chest with the left leg open and loose and straight. Just opening that hip flexor. All that work and up and down, you need to recover right away. Recovery is just as important as the work. All right, slowly ease out of that stretch. Ease out of it. Don't let it down. Ease it forward. Reach both arms all the way straight overhead. Long stretch and reach. And hug the left knee into the chest. Keep the right leg straight. Start lowering that heart rate consciously. Controlling that breathing. In through your nose. Out through your mouth as you get deeper into that stretch. Ease into the stretch. And when we let go of it, ease out of the stretch. Slowly ease out. Extend that leg forward. Reach both arms overhead. Long stretch and reach. And hug both knees into your chest. That's your flatten your lower back out to the floor. Stretching the hip. Head and neck and spine are resting on the floor. Big, strong, deep breaths. You're putting a lot of work. You need to stretch these and recover. Put both feet on the floor with the knees bent. Feet flat on the floor. Knees bent. Knees bent. Feet flat on the floor. Arms straight out to the side. Just open that chest up. Slide them on the floor all the way overhead without your arms coming off the floor. Reach overhead. Slide them on the floor, back out to your sides. Open that chest up and pull your right arm straight across and stretch your right shoulder and hold for 30 seconds. Stretching that right shoulder. Big deep breaths while you're stretching it. Hold the stretch. In the beginning, we were doing dynamic stretches, getting ready for work. Now we're holding the stretches, static stretches, starting to let the muscles recover. Open that chest up, arms straight out to your sides. Arms on the floor, slide the hands way overhead. Get that long stretch and reach. Keeping them on the floor, slide them back out to your sides. And pull the left arm across, stretch your left shoulder. Hold that stretch, 20, 30 seconds. Ease out of that stretch. Ease out, release the arm. And we are done. Come up to your feet. If you have any questions, need any help in your nutrition, you can unmute yourself or you can call, text, email, Facebook message, smoke signal, whatever the hell you need to do. So many ways to get help. There's no excuse not to get help if you're struggling with something. Do not suffer in silence. Don't struggle in silence. If you need help with anything, and this obviously goes for anyone watching the recording also. So it's not just for you here live. Make sure you're reaching out, asking for help, asking for clarification, asking for alternatives. If you need any supplementation, we can get you on some Herbalife stuff. If you need it, I use this stuff every day, at least 2-3 times a day for different parts of my day. And I'm full of energy all the time. Literally, almost about to turn 43 years old, in the best shape of my life, the most energy in my life. Get up earlier than ever, have more energy the entire day, never fade. And it keeps you, and it's also in the best mind frame ever. So keep it rolling. You did an awesome workout. This shit was hard. Let's unmute yourself. Joanna, 1 to 10. How hard did you feel this workout?
For me,
1 to 10, how did you feel with this workout? 10 being hard, 1 being easy. Where was it? How was this workout for you?
Oh, it was hard. I love it. It pushed
1
me.
to 10. What was the number?
1 to 10 to 20. 10.
Megan.
Definitely more than a 10.
There's no such thing as a 10. You don't know what a 10 is. 10 doesn't even exist. Clara, what do you got?
10.
All right, so think about that. On a scale of 1 to 10, you all completed a 10, and you're
10.
sitting here with a smile on your face. Think about what you just accomplished. This is your victory of the day. Stack small wins throughout your day, nonstop. Don't think about always hitting the big home run swing. Little wins are what's going to give you victory in your day, in both your fitness, your nutrition, your weight loss, your performance, and then in your career, your life, everything. Don't worry about the big explosions. Just little wins. Stack it, stack it, stack it. Acknowledge it. Be grateful for it. And just keep moving forward. Your lights are out and all these things go wrong and you're home and all this other crap going on. Doesn't matter. Don't think about that stuff. Think about the little wins. Like you just killed a workout. You gave it a 10 and you're still there. The rest of the day is going to be easy. You just started the day with a massive victory. I just keep stacking tiny wins on that and acknowledge those wins. Write them down every day. I'll write down at the end of the day all my wins for the day. That's it. And then I'll have a brain dump. I'll dump all the bullshit for the day. I'll put it on paper and that stuff's gone forever. I don't care. It's gone. It doesn't affect me. And I'll focus on the wins. Then I'll write down one of my priorities for the next day. And it'll completely shift the way you're thinking. Not really kind of journaling or writing, you definitely should be. Or planning your priorities. All right? If there's no questions, or come up with any questions later, put them on the group or just email me. We are good. Let's finish with a hairy knuckle fist bump, a virtual fist bump. Yes. Look at that. Social distancing at its finest. All right. Nice work. You are freaking awesome. I'll talk to you later if you need me. Help or anything, anytime. No excuses. See you later.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.